everyone, this is Cindy, the Queen of the Heart, and I am back with video number 1 in my shaker card series. So, I did show you in the first one kind of what my thoughts were on the series. So this is a card that I made using the paper tray ink Market Sprinkles set that they had, and it was about $100 for it. It came with lots of fun elements to make shaker cards. I think it's a really good starter, but it is $100. So I am going to make a card using that first, and then I will in my next video make a card very similar but using more basic supplies that I have in my stash. I'm going to use Nestability. So let me show you what I used. So I used this die right here. So what I did, so you can see the elements of my card, is I just have a 5.5 by 4.25 pink piece, and then I have a pattern piece of paper which is at 5.25. I'm sorry, this is 5.5 by 4.25, and then this is 5.25 by 4. So, and then it all fits on top of here. Okay, so that's our card base. Okay, then the other element that I have is I have, yikes, this element, which is just a frame. It's a frame, which is this right here. So for this piece right here, I cut it out in pink, and then I also cut it out again for the acetate middle layer. So that's the middle part. So I had to cut it twice. Okay, so that's that piece. I cut this twice. Once in the paper that I want to kind of be my frame, or be my, I guess, embellishment, because it's not really part of the, it's not really the frame. And then the middle part is for the acetate. Okay, the next piece that I have here is my square, which I've got my foam in here. I cut this out 3 times. So I cut it out once in white, okay, then I cut it once in pink. That gave me that piece. You can see like here and here. And then I cut a 3rd time out of this twin stick foam double-sided tape. Okay, and this I got from Paper Tray Ink. So I had to cut this particular frame out 3 times. Okay, so on my blog, I will have it outlined a little bit more clearly, the different pieces and how much I cut out of each one. Okay, so that's that. And then I just left it in here because it just kind of helps keep its shape a little bit. So this white piece that I cut, this is the one that I decorated. So I used the Valentine Flopsy from My Favorite Things. I did some paper piecing, some cutting, and then this is their grass die. And then the Hugs and Kisses is also from that stamp set. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting my card together now that I have all of my layers. And so what I like to do is I do like, you know, even though, you know, a heart was cut out of the middle of this card, I could still get good use out of it as a full card base. So keep that in mind, because just this piece right here, there's not as much I really can do with that. So I do that a lot with my card bases, and I love when I can do that because I feel like I'm not wasting anything. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere my card base together. Alright, so there's my card base. So now I'm going to go ahead and put down sort of my embellishment frame, because it really is not part of the shaker. but it does help me know where to line everything up. So this is not an element that is completely necessary, but I think it looks nice. And when I use my nestabilities, I have the scallop nestabilities. So I will probably do that. Now, I don't have all of them because I know that each square and rectangle set, there was 2. And I feel like I'm missing here and there one of them. I don't know which one, whether those are rectangles or squares. And then from that, I don't know how I'll figure out which one I need to get because I really love them. I use them quite a bit, even though I've had them probably for at least 5 years, probably more. I think as long as Lily's been around, so maybe 6 years. Okay, so that's down. Okay, so this helps me here. Now I'm going to go ahead and put, let's see here, what am I going to do? It's just knowing where everything is supposed to go. So I'm going to lay this down, but I'm not going to glue it down yet. Okay, so that will tell me where that's supposed to go. So I'm going to glue this down. So make sure that you stamp what you want first. All right, so that's going to go down, and then this is just going to fit in there. Okay. Let's pop that up. All right, so there we go for that part. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put my foam piece down. So you see how that is? Okay, so the foam is here, and I've got it. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I've got the foam here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lay my acetate on there, and I'm going to have to trim it because I didn't stick it really well. This stuff is super duper sticky, and so I just kind of eyeballed. I did cut it using the die, but it's super sticky, and this happened with the last card I made too. It just throws everything off. But no worries, I'm just going to trim it because it doesn't need to be the same size. It just helps me cut it. Okay, so here it is. And it's just going to fit like right here. Do you see that? So we're going to get that shaker element. All right, so before I put it down, I'm going to go ahead and shake some stuff. Now, what am I going to put in there? This is a Valentine's Day one, so I would love some hearts, but I don't have any, or do I? This has got some hearts, so I'm going to go ahead and lay a few things down and just make sure that everything stays kind of flat in the middle. Some hearts. And let's see, I'm going to do some red sequins. These a little bit bigger ones. I'm only going to put a couple down just because I feel like I need some red. And I'm going to throw a couple of little of these silvery ones, and then that'll be good. So I'll put so many that I can't see my image. Okay, so just a variety of things are there. Now, the tricky part for this die, I'm finding, is that, or I should say this tape I'm using, is it really holds on to this other side. Okay, oh, this one's coming off much easier than the other one. Okay, so I ripped off the other part, and then I'm going to carefully lay it down. Okay. All right. So I've laid that down, and then this piece is going to go right on top like that. It's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my quick dry glue, and I don't need a lot. That's just little dots. I did not put very much on there at all. It's just little dots. And then this frame goes right down. Okay. And there's my card. I'm going to go ahead and pull this up a little bit like so we can play with it. So you see that? Very, very cute. I think it came out very, very cute. Make sure and you can see that there. Okay, so that's shaker card number 1. And I think it came out really, really cute. So thank you for watching today. This is Cindy with Creating with the Heart.